Hello, hello,
Woo!
everybody. Every intro, you do something different that just catches me off guard, bro.
I like to keep them on their toes, dude. That's that mush brain. You never
It's
know
good.
what the soft spot's gonna
Episode,
do next.
episode 2 really hit us hard, folks. The weather has not improved. It only cooled down for a second when it rained, and now we're back to Satan's taint. And
If you believe it, it's gotten worse actually.
dude, it really has. It bumped all the way up to 90. What is the weather? Like, what?
Um, oh damn, dude, I left my handy dandy Alexa in the other room.
It's
What is
83 right now.
that's bullshit. That's a lie
Dude, it does
created by
not.
big weather.
My AC's on and my legs are telling me that it's not. I've never sweated so much in my life. Uh,
I got a little tiny fan blowing directly on me, dude. I feel like I'm stationed in Guam or something.
what the fuck am I doing? My fan is in my office. I could have turned that bitch on like 50 years
Damn.
ago. God damn.
Damn.
Fuck. Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Welcome. Episode 3, man.
Dude, 3 episodes in. We've got, hold on, let me look at some of the stats. I've been trying to take a break from looking at the stats because I've heard that it's really bad to just keep staring at statistics with this kind
Mm,
of stuff, but like god damn, I can't help it. We have
I get that.
12 saves total.
Damn.
And
Okay.
though that
Okay.
doesn't seem like a lot for like typical podcasts and stuff, like it's still good for like starters and shit. Like,
We're in our preteens right now, dude.
dude,
I'm telling you.
dude. We're about to go into middle school, graduate
We're lifting off
elementary.
off the ground. We lost
Bro,
all of our baby teeth. Now we're in the real deal.
oh yeah, we got all of our big boy chompers, bro.
Actually, let me it's time I come clean. I didn't lose my last tooth until I was 15, actually. I was a freshman in high school and I lost it in school.
Hey man, it
I
happens.
mean, there's really no coming back from that one, dude. Like throwing away a tooth in math class.
Dude, Cor- uh, Corey was eating lunch meat one time, like cold lunch meat. Just took it out of the bag, started eating it, and all of a sudden he was just like, "Oh, ow, whoa!" and like pulled out the lunch meat from his mouth, and his tooth was just
Whoa.
sitting in the meat. Yeah,
Just
it,
really taking hard salami to to a whole new level, dude.
bro, he was. It was yeah, dude. It was crazy. He's. I remember like my mom was just like, "Did you just lose your tooth in lunch meat?" And he was like, "Yeah, I guess."
I absolutely did.
I think he was more disappointed because he was like, I'm not. It's got blood on it. I'm not gonna eat it anymore.
Dude, that's the best kind. I mean, no, I'm kidding. I only eat my lunch meat with blood.
I do want to talk about something though. Now that you bring that up, like, so little lore drop from for Jake. If you guys don't know, Jake
Ooh, let's go.
you used to be vegetarian.
I did. 3 years. 3 years vegetarian.
What made you go back? Just
Corned
curious.
beef and cabbage, believe it or not. My mom makes an insane corned beef and cabbage, and like I just couldn't take it anymore, dude. I started foaming at the mouth. I couldn't hold back the tendencies, and I was like, I think I'm just going to go for it.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, that's that's pretty funny. That's some shit that like Dane would say. Is just like, yeah, I was vegetarian for a little bit, and then corned beef hash came around and just fucked my life up. Like, that's exactly
Yeah,
what
it
he would
just
do,
changed my life.
dude.
The thing is I never had a rhyme or rhythm for being vegetarian. I was just like, "Fuck it, dude. I think I'm gonna do it." And then towards the end, I it basically the same thing. I was like, "Fuck it, dude. I think I'm gonna do it."
I applaud you though. Like, to just decide that you were gonna do it just because like there was no real reason behind it. That's pretty cool. I won't lie.
Thank you, thank you.
Just
I feel like
gashing.
it's honestly how I make most of my decisions. Is like, "Fuck it, who cares?"
I mean, I feel like that's how you kind of have to like. That's how I'm learning how to live life is just to stop being like, oh, dude, this person's gonna see me if I do this. Like, bro, I've been trying to get out of my shell and I've been blaring music in the car and just singing out loud with all my windows down. And the only thing that like I do that Big Daddy thing where if you put the sunglasses on, you're invisible. So
That's so true.
nobody sees me. So I'm just having a blast with my sunglasses on.
As you should, dude. It's the best way to live life is unapologetically.
I kind of want to go back to what we were talking about before we started the podcast.
Oh, damn, which topic?
Oh, buddy. I'm gonna let you start. I'm gonna let you pick because I can't remember all the details that led to them, but I know one led to the other, and we just need to figure it out.
Hmm. Oh shit, dude, this is like Inception.
I know we were talking
Um,
about
mush brain and how my brain is usually only half formed like a
Yeah,
jello mold.
I said we permanently have a soft spot. I like how we're just like we're replaying the conversation.
Instant replay.
We for
We have a
real.
John Madden going on. It's like, I'm going to your circle on the right side. And there's the cerebral cortex trying to form a thought.
we we legit like I got in and I was kind of decompressing from from the Fortnite and we were just like talking about how we don't really have material planned for today. Sorry to break it to you guys folks, but we didn't really have anything planned today. And so we just started talking and I think it was because like I was like, "Oh man, I don't even know what to think about, like what to write about because I've just been so hot. Like it's been so gross out." And that's what caused the mush brain permanent
Hmm.
soft spot.
It's like somebody has a magnifying glass on the back of my skull, dude. It's insane.
I'm just an ant in some kid's fucking world who just got a magnifying glass from science class and is told to go try to start a fire. Like
I'm a fly caught in a hot car, dude. I'm just banging against the glass.
I found a butterfly one summer in the back of my car, and I
No.
think it got caught in the back window and couldn't get out, so I just found its dead carcass in my fucking car. And when I tried to like take it out, everything just turned to ash. It fell apart.
Damn.
I was like,
Damn, dude. Literal dust and particles.
bro, that thing got cooked to a charcoal. That thing was just done. Oh my god.
Loki, that's how it feels when you're in a group chat just getting cooked.
Oh, yeah, you're just kind of sitting there, just like, Shell City!
Shell City.
Oh my god,
Oh
dude.
yeah, but for everybody listening, man, this is the dome session, you know? No thoughts, no plans, just action.
Oh yeah,
That's what we do.
we're just kind of vibing, honestly. Like,
Absolutely.
I know we were talking about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, so I'm trying to like connect what brought it up.
The genies, actually.
Yeah, cause I was like, oh, I forgot all my weed shit. I'll be right back, and I went to go stand up and saw it, and you were like, oh, you just the genie poofed it for you. Like,
But I mean, there's always the catch to genies, like you found it, but it's all stems and seeds.
yeah, but my the catch to my shit was it wasn't even about the weed. It was about the genie. I didn't get Robin Williams' genie. I got Will Smith's.
Also, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I haven't seen the Will Smith genie. I haven't
I
watched that live action one at all.
I also haven't, to be honest with you. Everybody said it sucked, and I low key believed them. And I'm normally not
Yeah.
somebody who listens to critics and shit because the reason I stopped listening to critics a long time ago is because they bullied Hayden Christensen into like going away and disappearing and stated that Revenge of the Sith was the worst Star Wars movie ever made.
That absolute bullshit.
I agree with you. If we're taking out personal opinions, if we're looking statistically, I don't know the proper numbers, but Revenge of the Sith, in its original release and its new release, was the best selling Star Wars that has come to theaters. Not only, in my opinion, was it one of the best, like, stories in Star Wars, it has the best choreography. And if like people don't know this about episode 3, that entire fight that whole movie by the way was supposed to be 4 hours long. There is a 4-hour cut of that movie that is just sitting in George Lucas's ranch,
Damn.
not being done. And it pisses me off because I want it. I will sit through 4 hours of that. But the end fight with Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi, that fight was an hour-long fight, uncut, absolutely not sped up. So the speed that you see them going is the speed that they are going. They are actually fighting themselves, like fighting each
Holy
other.
shit.
It's
That's fucking ridiculous.
Dude, it's insane. Like, this is, I always recommend people, like, when you're going out and buying a DVD, spend that extra $10 on the special edition and watch the behind the scenes. Because when you watch how movies are made, not only do you get more of an appreciation for them, but you get to find out these little details that nobody else would have ever told you if you didn't watch this. Like, I spent an entire year watching that movie, and I spent an entire summer watching behind the scenes of different films. So I got to watch like how Lord of the Rings was made. I got to watch how Star Wars was made, and genuinely, you see in the episode 1, Phantom of the Menace, at the end of that documentary, you see the moment that George goes to sit down and starts writing episode 2. And it's like a month after he's done filming.
Insane.
Dude,
Absolutely insane.
it's fucking crazy. Like, so for all the listeners and shit
And
out there, like, go watch behind the scenes. You will find out some of the craziest shit ever in your life.
and if you talk shit on Revenge of the Sith, just know we know where you live.
Oh, brother, if you talk shit about Revenge of the
Every
Sith,
listener, we actually have you pinpointed.
I I know the choreography for
Yeah.
that fight scene, and I have 2 lightsabers to my right, brother. Like, fuck around
I
and
have a
find
real
out.
one that I'm going to find you.
I personally have always connected with Hayden Christensen as an actor because he always played these parts of these characters who just really want to do good, but like are constantly being dragged down and like made to be a villain. If you've not seen Life as a House, that whole movie is about a son and a father's relationship, like trying to come back together after, he's experienced alcoholism and kind of abandoned his kids. And he finds out that he's like got like stage 4 cancer and is dying immediately. Like, so he gets sober and everything and tries to like mend the relationship with his son and finds out that like he's been taking drugs since he was 12. He's been, suicidal this whole time and things like that. Like, it's been intense for this kid, all because like his dad wasn't there. And like, my dad was there. My dad was always there. But my dad showed me this movie, and for like my dad, he lost his dad when he was 9. So, like, he didn't really get to experience that, like, with his dad and shit. And then, like, his mom died of cancer, and that was my first real death. Like, I was 4. I remember her funeral. I remember certain details that, like, my dad doesn't. And that movie really, like, but like that movie right there, like, made my dad and I so much closer because he knew, like, I was a really big fan of Hayden Christensen, like, but he didn't want to watch Star Wars again and again and again, or Jumper again and again. So he just showed me this different movie. I actually got to meet Hayden Christensen, and I actually got to tell him like thank you for that part, and he was so happy that I thanked him for a part that was not Anakin Skywalker, and I was like, hell yeah, brother.
Like you are just insane. He's such a good method actor too. Like one other little fact that people may not know about him is he actually did lose all of his limbs at the end of Revenge of the Sith, and he bounced back from that shit. He's that method.
He grew him back. He grew. I can't stand you. I can't. It's
Oh shit.
motherfucker. It's a good thing I'm sitting down because I can't stand you.
Dude, Revenge of the Sith was like in 2005 when that came out, that was my most anticipated movie because I was obsessed with Star Wars as a kid, dude. Like I watched every single one of them, and I thought that they were just never coming out with one ever again because like that's just how kids think when
Yeah,
they're all made like eons into the future. I mean, in the past.
it was 2 years. We had to
And
wait two
when
years.
they announced it, yeah, yeah, literally 2 years as a fucking 5-year-old or 6-year-old or however old I was,
That's 20.
is decades,
Yeah, that's 20 years
absolute
for us.
decades.
Have you seen the Clone Wars?
The animated one?
Yes, the show.
Yes, I loved that show growing
Dude.
up, dude. I fucking love that, especially the Clone Trooper episodes. One thing about me, dude, is I've just always loved the troopers from every single Star Wars. I don't know what it is. I had some sort of obsession with them where it's like these are the coolest characters
Dude.
and nobody can tell me different.
Dude, I remember when it premiered on Cartoon Network and then it premiered again on Disney during like the third season or something like that. It was because like Disney had bought the right or like George had sold the rights to Disney. So or something. It got switched over from Cartoon Network to Disney and then it was put on Disney XD. And I remember like watching all of that happen. The one thing I absolutely loved about it was not just the Clone Wars episodes, but they expanded so much on like the Jedi and like what the true Jedi way was. And it was also really sad to see like Anakin was this well-respected war general who he and Obi-Wan Kenobi were the only Jedi to ensure the safety of their trooper platoons. So like their specific army groups all
Mhm.
lived because they just knew what the fuck they were doing. And they were the only Jedis to ensure that their group all lived. They never left anyone behind, and if they did, they would make sure that they weren't suffering, and they would just they always did what they had to do for their brothers. It really like makes the downfall of Anakin Skywalker even worse because you see that he wins all of these wars, all of these fights and these different battles and shit like that. He's still not worthy to get the rank of master all because they're scared. And these fucking hypocrites have
Yeah.
the audacity to look at him and be like, I sense great fear in him. Are you sure you're not smelling your own? Because you're letting that get in the way of your fucking decision making. He just won
Mhm.
you that entire war. He saved everybody with his master on his back after he just went planet to planet to planet to keep fighting for you. Like I don't I've never understood that. Like and getting to see that unfold in the show and episode like the season 7, that ending crushes me to this day. Watching
Oh, absolutely.
dude, watching Ahsoka have to make the decision that these troopers that she grew up with, she trained with them, she fought with them, she did everything with them, and she has to make the decision that yes, though I am not the one to take their life has to end because this ship has to go down and there is no saving
Mhm.
them. That's fucked. That's so fucked. And she did it.
Because
And
she knew it, dude.
dude,
She
yeah.
absolutely had to.
There was no choice that she had because they would either have killed her and Rex or that ship was going down and they were going to be okay. It's like J.K. Rowling trying to go do things other than Harry Potter. She failed. It didn't work. She wrote one book and that was it.
And also, she's kind of a deplorable person too,
Oh,
so
dude,
makes sense.
she's trash. And I hope you fucking
Absolute
hear that,
garbage.
Joanne. You're fucking
Mhm.
trash.
I'm recording it. I'm putting it in a USB drive and sending it through the
Oh,
mail.
honey, there are things that I've cut out of these podcasts that have made me sad. I'm keeping this in and I am grinning the entire time I fucking do it.
You're a bitch. Harry Potter sucks, and I hate you.
I can't even say Harry Potter sucks because I do love it, but You're a
I was
twat.
I hate Harry Potter with a burning passion, man. I just can't. I don't know what it is about it. I just there's just a seething hatred.
Are you an Artemis Fowl guy?
No, I honestly don't even know a lick of that, to be honest.
My dad's a really big Artemis Fowl guy, and I think it was like it happened a year. It was either a year before or after Harry Potter came out, that Artemis Fowl came out, and like J.K. Rowling tried to sue these people for copyright infringement because Artemis was also a small white boy with dark black hair with round glasses and had an owl. But honestly,
That,
Artemis was so much better and the stories were so different.
and look,
And
that's just the British experience. That's a British youth. They all have owls. They all have black hair and brown glasses.
yeah, we gotta get Ben on the podcast and just be like, so what's your owl's name?
Show me your owl. It's bloody Jebediah. That's Australian, of
That's
course, but you know.
Australian.
Damn, I
Us.
cannot not do the Australian accent for some reason. I
Oh,
lost my touch with the British one, and I've been there.
dude, yeah, you have. That's crazy. I don't have a charger in here. My phone's dead. I was gonna try
Talking about
and
bloody owls.
I was gonna try and see like if anybody from the UK had saved our podcast because it's one of two people if they have. I know somebody in fucking Switzerland has, which
Whoa, no way.
yeah,
I
I
love you guys' cheese if you're still listening.
Swiss cheese, dude. I actually just had a ham and Swiss cheese sandwich not too long ago, and I put potato chips on that bitch. Ooh, so good.
Dude, rocks. Absolutely rocks.
It slaps. If you ever have a ham sandwich and you don't put Swiss cheese on it, go fuck
What
yourself.
the? Yeah, literally, dude. We're gonna beat the shit out of you.
Oh, dude, it's coming. Same with roast beef sandwiches, bro. Dude, Swiss cheese on roast beef sandwiches, it's like
Oh my
heaven.
god. Roast beef sandwiches are severely underrated.
Dude, have you had Culver's roast beef sandwich? It's not slices,
Yes.
it's like whole
Oh,
roast beef.
oh, dude. Another thing they don't tell you about Culver's, they actually have like fucking like the actual roasts there that you can have, like a roast dinner, and it slaps so hard.
I didn't know that. I think I might have to.
It's not on the menu, but for one reason or the other, I think my mom like asked or something, and they ended up having it. I was like,
That's
"What the fuck?
crazy.
How did you unlock a secret meal?"
Secret menu item. Oh my god. Dude, that is pretty crazy though. It would be your mom. Your mom would do some shit like that.
That's just like the way she is, dude. She uncovers everything, just like a sleuth to the core. Back to Harry Potter being dog water, dude. So I've only fallen asleep on two movies, and one of them being the last Ghostbusters, or I guess the Ghostbusters with like Melissa McCarthy in
Uh-huh.
it, um, and Harry Potter, and
Dude,
like sitting through the Harry Potter movies, just rough. One of the worst times of my young life.
that's so funny because those were movies we went to the theaters for. And
Well, the thing is, too, is we did too, but we never enjoyed doing it.
oh
I
my
don't
god.
understand why we kept going.
I had a blast. I love so like what the dumb hoe doesn't realize is that God, it's so frustrating. She pisses me off so much. She created a world that tells you it's okay to be who you are, and then she turns around and I'm assuming she gets drunk on Pottermore and starts saying that Hermione is a black lesbian woman who doesn't need Ron or Harry for any reason and she's completely independent. That's not how you described her in the books, first off. That's not at all like her description anywhere except for this message here. And
Except for Twitter.
yeah, and then she tried to say in an interview that she based werewolves off of the AIDS epidemic, and I'm like, bitch, you didn't make werewolves. You didn't create them. You can't change the reasoning why they were created. That's not
Yeah,
how this works. Just because that's why you put them in your world doesn't mean that's why they were created. Are you fucking stupid? Like, it just blows my brain that
yeah. Werewolves are not yours to do like that.
for real, like you added like where did I don't even know where werewolves like originated from. And I don't want to get it wrong either cuz I don't think it was the UK. I
I
don't even
think it was somewhere in Europe, but I don't
Yeah.
exactly remember.
Yeah, I it cuz it was like it also tied into like Transylvania and shit like that and like it was a whole bunch of shit. But anyways, she is so condescending to what that entire world means that like people purposely still like watch it and talk about it. And like I'm half tempted. I'm so half tempted to get the Hogwarts Legacy game and play it because I just want to go around the whole time. And anytime I'm in Hogwarts, I want to go right up to her portrait. That is a portrait of her at a Harry Potter premiere in a very specific red dress. And they set this portrait on fire in the main hallway. And I
It's so
just,
funny.
every time I want to just go up to it and be like, a trans guy is playing your game, fuck you, and just walk by. And everybody like likes to point out like, oh, she said that like she's using the Harry Potter revenue as a way to like uh for bills against trans people. That's the only revenue she has. She
Yeah.
she literally
Name another thing. Like, name one other thing that she's known for besides the worst takes.
I'm pretty sure she did literally one other book and it was a romance novel and it bombed.
Insane.
It got nothing. And I think maybe she has a biography or whatever. But like who gives a shit? I
Yeah,
don't
I don't want to read her biography. What the fuck do I care? If
Yeah.
there's no magic in it, dude, get the fuck out of here.
And that's literally like how people treat it. If there's no fucking magic in it, why am I gonna read it? It's not Harry
What?
Potter.
Like, what do I want to learn about you?
What do you think J.R.R. Tolkien is known for? His fucking biographies? No. He's known for his old English literature, uh, translating, being one of the only people to translate Beowulf, and, or have permission to translate it, and writing Middle Earth. And there's like so much. Oh god. It's so. Harry Potter fans, just go read J.R. Tolkien. It's so much
Mhm.
better.
Harry Potter fans, don't stay away from me, dude. I'll beat the shit out of you. When I worked at Hot Topic, I got in trouble for not participating in Harry Potter Day. I'd like to think of that as a protest of some sort.
I'm so proud of you. That's so funny that you actually got in trouble for that.
Oh yeah, actually got in trouble. They said they would write me up the next time I didn't.
Oh my god.
Yeah, which bullshit to take that job serious in any sort of way. So like, could wrote me up for any reason, but being able to come to work in super skinny jeans and a band tee, and you expect me to act like a hardworking professional?
Dude, I will say when I started working at Vans, I took that bitch so seriously. I was like, I ain't losing this job.
Mm.
I love this job, and I unfortunately had to leave that job because I got overwhelmed with jobs. I was rocking two jobs at that time, and then I picked up the janitorial stuff on top of all of that, and was like,
Damn.
I gotta go. I gotta leave one. This is too
Mm.
much.
Too much.
And
Now, I will say when I worked there, I was a district employee of the month, and I did get employee of the month quite a few times. But like, so take it that serious, where you're like, if you don't wear a Harry Potter shirt, you're gonna get rid of. That's just ridiculous, man.
I agree. What's so funny is Jake and I actually like I think it was the day we had our meeting about setting everything up. We went to the mall for lunch and we just started walking around the mall. went into Hot Topic and you pulled a shirt out and like looked at it and you were like, all right, I don't think I'm gonna get this one. I think I'm gonna get a different one. And you just folded it like you just still worked there and then placed it back like it was nothing. Uh, it was beautiful. Very, very poetic.
Dude, it was a very fun job as a sales associate, but once you cross into the manager side, you hate it. You hate it with every single fiber of your being.
Yeah, I get very nervous because I was at a point when I worked at the entertainment center that I worked at, um, and they started having me count the register, and I'm dyslexic, and they would want it done in a certain amount of time, and I was like, I can't do that. I can't.
You're like, look, guys, you got to give me some extra time.
I literally told them like I can't count that fast. Like I don't know what you guys want me to do. And what was worse is like I was roommates with the general manager. So he knew I was dyslexic. He knew like I couldn't count that fast. And still he was like, "Well, if you can't count that fast, you're not going to count the register." And I was like, "Okay, well, I guess I'm not fucking counting the register then." And like we had an argument about it one time because he just was like it wasn't clicking for him that like I can't even now like if I try to count to 50 there's going to be I get past 20 and that's immediately where my brain's like um I don't think you know what's coming up but the train's going off the tracks. It's not we're not computing up here. It's like that scene from SpongeBob where like all the little SpongeBobs are like going through the files in his brain trying to find shit and they're like, "We can't find it. Burn it down." And they just burn everything, so he's just dumb. It's
Dude, it's crazy how, like, in a job that you did love, how everything can just derail so quickly.
oh, yeah.
Ooh, something interesting did happen to me today, I will say.
Oh yeah.
At work, randomly, I get a phone call from KeyBank Center, which, if nobody knows KeyBank Center, that is the Buffalo Sabres home, like, field.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck? Why am I getting a call from the Buffalo Sabres? And it's an executive. And I'm like, whoa, what? And so I signed up for a giveaway for a Tage Thompson jersey or I think a signed photo too. And he started out with that. He's like, "Hey, you signed up for this Tage Thompson jersey," and I was like, "No fucking way! Am I actually about to win something?" And I didn't. I will say. He said, "Well, we already did choose a winner for that," but and he saw that I was from absolutely buttfuck nowhere. And I was like, "How did you become a Buffalo Sabres fan?" And I think he was like taking notes on all the things I said because he was just asking me like a bunch of questions how I got there, and I was like, "Thank you for your time." And then he was like, "Say you can also save this number whenever you want to get tickets. Just give this a call." I was like, "Holy shit,
What the
no
fuck?
way!"
Brother, so when are we going to a game?
Yeah, literally, dude. So it's it's funny you mentioned that because like I was thinking of doing it for the bachelor party,
Ooh.
but the thing is, dude, is so we'd be able to catch a preseason game because those ones are like late September.
Yeah.
But all the preseason ones around us, like there's one in Columbus, there's one in Detroit, and both of those are like great options, But they're on a Monday and a fucking Thursday, I think. And I'm like, those are the weirdest days to ever have one. And I don't want to ask people to take the day off of work for it?
I mean, Mondays would be good for
Oh,
me personally because those are like I only have one job on Mondays and then I've got Tuesdays off, so I have like all of Monday free.
I mean, shit, dude. For that, I would be so down to take a day off.
Dude.
I should throw it in the chat and just throw that
Ooh, that would be a good idea.
and be like, "Hey guys, I have an idea." But
Oh yeah, if you guys don't know, Jake is getting married, which is actually good because I did. There was actually, I'm remembering now. There is actually one topic that I did want to talk about that
Oh yeah,
was like,
my gorgeous wife.
how were we doing were we going to take a break for that week of the wedding? And
Oh
or were we
yeah,
gonna record 2 episodes the week before and then release it for the wedding, during
oh,
the
you know
wedding
what?
week? And then
We could do that.
I also, you could save this for off, like, recording sesh, but how long are you gonna be gone on your honeymoon?
So that one we haven't really planned that too much. To be honest with you, dude, I took the week after my wedding off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if my fiance did. I'm
Really?
thinking she may. But if she doesn't, the podcast can still go on as normal, and we can maybe even do one in the same room too.
Ooh, dude. Yeah, if you guys.
If you guys don't know, I'm held in a maximum security prison.
Oh yeah, for sure. I gotta go through steps. I gotta like Homelander my way in there.
They have me chained to a radiator right now.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, depending on how long you were gonna be gone, I could cover for you and do like a solo pod or get like a guest. But if you are going to be around, the week after your wedding, we for sure will have to set up an in person stream and maybe even do a live stream.
Absolutely.
That'd be great.
What the thing is too is I'm pretty sure that I will be here and in town after the wedding. So we had tickets originally to go see They Might Be Giants, but they ended up canceling after a medical emergency and rescheduled it to November. So
Ah,
we were thinking sometime in November we may actually be like, "Hey, you know what, fuck it, we'll go clown around a little bit,
oh yeah.
We might make that our honeymoon.
Ooh,
And
romantic
for other
honeymoon.
people who don't know, They Might Be Giants is one of my beautiful fiance's favorite bands. So, there's no way we're gonna miss that one.
Oh, for
So we
sure.
might as well make something around it?
Oh, dude, they've see about if there's cabins near that you could like
Ooh,
go to, so that way like you could just, or maybe you could like go in for that day, the
just travel.
cabins later, and then like yeah, travel there, make like a whole week or 2 weeks even out of it. It's your fucking honeymoon, bro. Like
Literally. Might
treat
as well, dude. I
yourselves.
mean, damn.
Yeah, that's what I want all
Yeah.
of us to do is like our whole friend group is to rent a cabin in Tennessee and fucking just vibe for a whole week.
Mm. Oh, you know what? That would be a fun bachelor party idea too. We could rent a cabin somewhere in either here or somewhere close
Oh
by.
my god, bro.
But also at the same time, I think a haunted asylum would also rock.
Dude, I am so down for that. Cuz I also have a
Look, I
video
think that'd be
camera
so
that we
much
could
fun.
take.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing too, is I have two other cameras that we can use for videos. So if there's a shit ton of us, because the max group that you can have is 14 people.
Oh hell yeah.
So we could have a whole squad divided by three and just have like teams.
Yes. Yes, dude, that'd be great. Dude, yes.
I would absolutely love that. And so I was like looking it up too on how much everybody would have to pitch in, depending on how many people there are. I mean, 14 sounds pretty fucking doable. I mean, there's seven in the wedding party alone.
Yeah.
Um, just like the groomsmen.
Yeah.
Eight
Damn.
plus me. And yeah, I know, dude, we have a large party. Um,
Respect. Respect.
Seven. Yep. So that's eight of us right off the bat. Like we can easily find other people
Oh
to
yeah.
come and have a full squad. And if we divided that, let me do some motherfucking math here, dude. Let's take that number, divide it by 14, and we got $35 per person, which really isn't,
Bro.
it's nothing. Nothing.
Dude. Now,
For an entire night,
for logistic purposes, divided by 8 just to see how much it would be.
$62.
See, even then, that's still not that fucking bad. For like
Mm-mm.
For a group of 8 people to fucking go and essentially like paranormal hunt, yeah, that's fucking insane.
It's
Uh,
so like that's so easy, dude. We could pool together and boom, like a whole dude, a literal unforgettable night. You
dude,
know?
that could be an episode of that could be like an exclusive Best Buds episode on YouTube.
Holy shit. That could be a Halloween
Dude,
that would fall perfectly because that would be October.
bro, yes. Dude, this
Holy fuck.
okay, I think you gotta like put your groomsmen like your not your what the fuck your I can't even what are you? You're the
I
what?
gotta use my executive powers.
Yes,
Yeah,
what?
the groom.
Yes, the groom. You gotta use your groom power. Ew, ew, ew. We're not saying that.
There's no good way.
That's getting
There's no
cut.
good
That's
way.
yeah. Just use your fucking power and just be like, all right, I've made my choice. We're going to the asylum.
It's spooky season. Oh my god,
Dude,
dude, that
yes.
would be so much fun.
We could figure out a place to eat before. Oh,
And the thing is, though, too, is you can't bring any fun things on the ground like alcohol or what have you.
yeah.
So we would also have to do that in the car, which easy. You know, we can do that easy. Walk in like nothing ever happened.
Oh, bro. Dude, you no, we would hotbox that vehicle and just step out like fucking doves are flying out behind us and just look like badasses. Dude, we'd have a blast.
Oh my god, absolutely.
I think yeah, I think this is a good idea. A very good idea. If we like the audio, like if we watched it and we liked the audio and we felt like it could be like an actual podcast episode, we could release it as an actual pod episode. But as of right now, I think it would make perfect sense to be like a YouTube exclusive thing.
And the thing is, too, is like it would work so well as a standalone video as well of
Yeah.
just us doing our fucking things.
Oh yeah. I think that would also be a good idea for a future like idea as well. It's just us two, the two of us going paranormal hunting and seeing how well we would do. And who knows, if people like it, maybe we just start a paranormal channel. Fucking do that too. That'd be crazy. Could you imagine if we get famous off paranormal hunting?
That would be so fun.
Dude, that
That
would
would be
be
absolute. If that was our thing and that we just got to do paranormal shit, dude, we could have a podcast in New Sanatorium or wherever the fuck the haunted places are every single week.
dude, that'd be oh my god, trying to do a podcast in a haunted bro.
I just get put into a fucking rear naked choke by a ghost.
So yeah, and then basically like you would have the podcast and then we would actually paranormal hunt and do that for a YouTube video. So it would be like we're content creating for two separate things. Dude, that would work so well. Oh my god.
Oh, it would be so much fun.
Listeners, if you like that idea, let us know because I know Spotify has comments, I know YouTube's got comments, so please let us know if that's something in the future that you would like us to do. We will put our noggins together and we will come up with something to figure it out.
And the best part, though, too, is they also give you some of the ghost hunting gear to go with it.
Perfect. And like we're already like we've got lights, we've got cameras. I think we just need I need microphones for my cameras. That's about it.
Mm,
But even
we
then,
got the action, baby.
yeah.
We got the action.
Ooh, we need
Well,
wireless
here's another thing
microphones.
too. I haven't brought this in, but I do have a wireless microphone, like a recorder. Um, I've only used it once. So it would be absolutely perfect to get some use out of this fucking thing.
Yes. We also need like clip-on microphones for us at some point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dude, that would make the podcast so baller. But right now, I think so far I'm very happy with everything. Like after editing the second episode, like our volumes have sound way better than the first episode. So I'm pretty happy with how everything's going so far. I'm sure I speak for the both of us when I say like I'm very appreciative of all the people who have shared and liked and
Oh yeah,
favorited
absolutely.
and everything.
Thank you guys so much.
It's such a like this is 3 episodes in and it already feels like a dream come true. And we're not even like
Mm,
hitting any milestones yet, but it's still so fun. Like I genuinely like I'm so tired, I won't lie to you. Like probably when we're done rapping, I'm stopping recording, smoking another and then going the fuck to bed. I have never looked forward to something more than this right now. Like this is awesome.
absolutely.
Like
It's a chance to hang out like with your best friend, and then also, fucking take a load off from the bullshit that the day throws on you,
yeah,
and you actually get to create something that is out there, which is just an incredible feeling.
I don't really like to keep bringing it up because this person genuinely didn't know, and that's why I'm not saying like who it is because of, this person genuinely didn't know. But like I I I I had texted my friend Hexy that I was nervous about the fact that a woman was gonna be in the VC. You know, I'm I got self conscious since we did our last live stream episode, which was episode 2, Mush Brain, which it will be out by the time that you guys hear this.
Mhm.
So, um, but
And you'll love it too. I
oh,
think that one was, oh my God, that one was incredible.
I had to edit out like quite a bit of that
No.
episode, but it was still very good. Like we talked about the Titanic situation too long. Like that
Yeah, that's true.
I had to
That's
cut
true. We did spend a lot of time on the Titanic.
dude, we like I had to like trim out a lot of it. Like it was but it was still a very funny episode. Like I was cracking up while I was editing. But it like we since that comment, I won't lie. Like I'm pretty self conscious right now to talk to women. Like, and it's even
Mhm.
women I know. Like, the women I work with at one of the buildings that I do. Like, they're fantastic people. And I right now I can't talk to them. And then as soon as I was like I got in the VC and just sat down and was like, what are we gonna talk about? Immediately my brain was like, fuck everything that just happened before. What are we doing? Like what is business?
Mhm.
And I think it really does immediately like when I get in this VC, it's a huge load off already, which is weird because like podcasts are technically jobs. Like you're supposed to take this like a job. Like we
Mhm.
we had meetings about it. Like we logistically like worked out like what we were going to do. Like we've got photo shoots not like set up or anything but planned and like ideas brewing and like it is a business but it's also just it's so freeing to just come in and sit down and knowing that I get to just have an a 2 hour or so conversation with my best friend. Like
Mhm.
that's so
Like you
relaxing.
just get to riff it out. You get to talk about whatever you want, and that's so amazing because you're in good company.
Exactly.
There's no greater feeling than that.
I think it's really nice for podcasts because over time, the more you discuss like conversations, it's perfectly said by multiple people, but I just watched Tom Holland say it that you start to see the people slowly as they start to unravel through a podcast. And it's just because like as time progresses, you just kind of slowly lose your barriers more and more. Like I'm sure like I was very tense at the beginning of this episode and now I'm just like I'm vibing. I don't really give a shit. I got a headache, but
Mhm.
that's about it. I just need more water, fam. Like that's
And like the thing is too is like it ties into what you said too. Like it's supposed to be a job, but it just like it doesn't feel like it when it's just like this,
yeah,
because we started at 6:30 and like 2 hours have flown by like nobody's fucking business.
for real. Like we are going so strong. I honestly feel like we don't drag out too many conversations. And if we do, it's mostly just be like it's showing our our passion and like how many layers goes into our conversations too. Like the amount of like derailing that happened in episode 2 was crazy because we would just
Oh
like
yeah.
talk about one thing and then it would immediately jump us into something else. And it's like right before we even started recording, the whole going from talking about having mush brain to a permanent soft spot to looking for my weed to finding it in 2 seconds and then saying
The
that
genius.
I have genie powers, bringing up Will Smith, and then just like we're just it just keeps unraveling. Like there's so many layers to our conversation, and that's both just us having ADHD and shit like that. But it's so like it's so funny, and it
That's the
makes
beauty of ADD.
it's so great. Like and getting two people next, it's like putting two Tourette's people next to each other, but you put two ADD people next to each other, and they are just like they don't shut up.
Like there's just no stopping us, dude. Once they put us in the same room or put us in with a microphone, any single way to talk to each other, it's over. It's fucking over.
That really like that really does happen with us. Like anytime we are together, whether if it's at a restaurant or if it's at a party or just anything, we always end up next to each other and we are always talking to each other. There is
We're riffing
no
it out.
yeah, there's like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like we see each other and it's game over. Like we're there. And
The podcast existed way before the podcast existed.
it really did. Like the amount of times that like I sometimes wish we recorded like our conversations before like that entire day before we went to the the hockey game and yeah, was it yeah or was it that night? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it might have been that night actually. But like after the hockey game and shit, like when we were just in the garage shooting the shit, like that would have made for a very good fucking podcast episode.
Oh my god, it would have been incredible.
And it's gonna happen. Like we're gonna be in person and we're just gonna be sitting there smoking and chilling and that might actually be the first video podcast that we do.
Oh, that'd be so much fun. I'm looking forward to that. And honestly, the live podcast was so much fun. I think it's amazing to have like comments that you can, well, like, like normal people comments that
Oh,
you can just feed off of.
dude, that whole King Kong like section of the podcast was so hard to edit because I was just laughing so hard because like dad would then pop up in conversation and there were a few like there I would try to keep like chat out of like the pod that episode so it wouldn't be too confusing for listeners um but I still kept in like if you watch the video there's going to be a warning that like it was live streamed on Twitch and in the description of the pod it will be labeled that it was live streamed on Twitch. Like I had to keep in the few parts of dad popping into chat because it was too perfect
It's
and
too good.
it was so funny and definitely like once we like when we do it in person I'm gonna make like we'll probably have like a 2 3 hour time period before we start recording where we're just setting shit up and getting making sure that volume levels are good and then probably chilling before we do that so we're not like sweating right into the fucking episode. Ooh, we might also have to do that like when we get the merch too, because I feel like us wearing the merch on our first video podcast that would
Baller.
be fire,
Absolutely baller.
dude. I gotta.
And oh my god, dude, I can't even begin to describe how excited I am for like adventure pod things that we can throw in there, like going to the sanatorium or, like doing our first live one, going just all sorts of places to do it.
Did you see that? NHL is actually looking at Indiana to get a pro team.
No, that would be incredible.
Yeah,
Holy shit, dude.
and it's sounding pretty good. Like as soon as Hoosiers heard oh my god, I can't talk. As soon as Hoosiers heard that, they freaked the fuck out. Everybody's excited. Like Barstool's Indy is going
Look at
crazy.
that.
Oh my god, look at that.
It's insane.
$2 billion expansion fee. Interesting. Okay, put some respect on our name. Actually, if I say what I was going to say, that would in fact dox us, so I won't. But in the AI overview and Google is just completely disregarding the fact that we've won so many Kelly Cups.
I think, yeah. How are you feeling, my man?
Oh, I, dude, I feel really good. I mean,
Mhm.
I feel really good about this episode. I feel like we talked, we laughed, we didn't cry, which is good. So far we have
Always
not
a
cried
plus.
on this podcast, so that's 3 episodes in, baby. Not crying yet.
Hmm. Going strong.
Now, dude, we're gonna hit one milestone, bro. Watch it happen, and I'm just gonna sob.
We have so many fucking ideas. You
We,
guys aren't even ready.
dude, we really do. Oh man, and I'm so ready for them too. I also love how the Discord is popping off. So for anybody listening, we do have a Discord. Um, if you go to our YouTube channel, there's a link to our link tree, which leads you to where you can listen to the podcast everywhere, as well as it leads you to our main socials. It also leads you to our email, which, if you have any topics that you would like us to discuss, or just really anything that you want us to talk about, or that funny stories you would like us to read off, that on pod, email us, hit us
Yeah,
up. I think that would be
reach
fun.
out.
Do you have any closing remarks or anything you would like to add?
Um, Once again, these have been your hosts. This is Snoogs on the mic on the other side, and Loafing Meat here, coming at you hot. Feel free to follow us on all the socials. Send us any emails. Send me your Harry Potter hate too. If you're out there and you hate Harry Potter, shout it out.
Yeah, I want full-fledged emails as to why you hate Harry Potter. And not
Mhm.
even for the obvious reasons of the twat that writes it, but yeah,
Just in general.
just give us your general hate for Harry Potter.
Other than that, I think it's been a great session.
It's been a fantastic session. Everybody, we appreciate you. We love you.
You guys have been real.
And thank you guys for listening to the Best Buds podcast.
See you next time.